He just sent me a picture of him on the games, so I'm not gonna be hearing from him for the next 5 hours. They're all just in love with their homeboys.
Take on my neck while she's perfect. Took a flight out to Europe just to post and party. I got an army, Romania like Roma army. I'm really a playboy like I'm Bros with Cardi. I'm getting zoned on the coast of Bobby. It's Big Mark, bitch.
Is it really so much to ask for to find a guy that actually just gives a flying about you? That actually gives you a little sliver of attention and their time instead of playing video games all day? Swear to God, if you get your head out of your you'd be getting some head more. But you're not thinking about that one. You're not. Mm-mm.
And I'm starting to realize all I really want around me is dogs. Don't give a about it. That take through there. That's all I want for, that's the only type of people I want to be around right now. I literally only want to be around females that hate.
Yo, imagine being intellectually lazy. That your worldview is just, it's recycled internet outrage. No analysis, no independent thoughts, just parroting. I genuinely don't understand how building social circles around shared hatred is empowering. I'm not gonna lie, to me it just sounds like y'all are miserable because it's pure negativity. If the foundation of y'all's friendship is contempt for men or for other women who don't agree with y'all, what exactly is the long-term benefit?
An untouchable man is the most attractive, superior species.
Yeah.
It is so attractive to have a untouchable man, unreachable man that no one has access to.
No access. I
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
No girl wants to show off a man that everyone has access to.
100%.
At all.
If you're sitting there talking to multiple women all day long,
it's just embarrassing.
Easy.
Just
And
embarrassing.
it's those same men that call women.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're the biggest man whores that exist.
So stop doing it, guys. Stop doing it.
I mean, look, you can keep doing it if you want, but you're just not going to attract a high value woman.
No.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Remember when I told y'all to approach men in the wild? Well, ladies, here is your sign to really take that seriously, because I have now gone on 4 dates with the guy from Super Bowl Sunday that I approached. We've been going on all these amazing dates. We've been to Trina Steakhouse. We've been to Sunda, Lesterie, I think is how you call it. We've been out and about, and we've been just having the best time ever. He's been consistent, respectful, and I've already met his friends. This past Saturday, he invited me to go out with him and his friends because it was one of his friends' birthday. So they did a birthday celebration, and I actually invited a couple of my friends to come out. He's sweet, he's intentional, he plans things. He's just an overall amazing, great guy, and we're having such a great time together. I'm really excited to see where things go. And the only reason we're here is because I walked up to him. So ladies, this is your sign to stop waiting around and hope that a man will notice you. If you see a guy that you like, just go approach him, say hi. What's the worst that's gonna happen? He is gonna say no and reject you. Best case scenario, you're going on date number 4.
I just need to know from a men's perspective, are y'all waiting on girls to talk to you first? Like, are you waiting on a girl to ask you on a date first? Because that's crazy to me. Like, when you're out in public and you're making eyes with a girl and you're like making it known that you're attracted to her, but you're not gonna say something, how are you not gonna say something? Where are the huevos? Where are the huevos these days? I feel like there's so many like times that guys want to say something to girls and they don't. Like, is there a guy watching this that can give us some insight? Like, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do it? Are you scared? Are you waiting for her to say something first? I like my man to be assertive and dominant. If you want to say something to me, say something to me. I'll give you the opportunity. I'll put my phone down.
I don't know why so many women think that it's so easy to approach when they themselves start sweating over the thought of roles reversed. Just off the top of my head, 3 really easy reasons why it is difficult for a man to approach. Number 1, fear of rejection. Number 2, anxiety over what he actually says to you. And number 3, the situation is not ideal. Like, you're not alone. That's just 3, but there's like 100 more.
And man, I know that you like the chase. Like, do not lie to me. So if a woman is giving you a lot of eye contact, if a woman is positioning herself closer to you, if a woman is smiling and twirling her hair and just like preening is what we call this, then that is your clear sign to approach her. And let me just tell you, there is something about walking over to a woman and actually just talking to her that builds up your self-confidence as well. And she is going to feel so valued and have mad respect for you.
You can tell a lot about a man by which side of the sidewalk he walks on when he is next to you. When I was little, my dad always walked on the outside of the sidewalk, between me and the road. I didn't even realize it was a thing back then. I just thought it was normal. But when I got older and started dating, I noticed something. Almost no men did that. We would walk down sidewalks, they would be busy on their phone or not even paying attention. And then one day I was walking with my husband. And without saying a word, he switched sides. He instantly put himself between me and the street. It seems small, but women notice these things because it's not really about the sidewalk. It's about protection. It's about instinct. It's about a man that naturally thinks if something happens, it will hit me first. My husband was the first man to ever do that for me besides my father. So ladies, does your man follow the sidewalk rule?
We're told to chase women 24/7. We got all over the phone all day, all night, and a lot of men are distracted. They're lonely. They want relationships. Relationships are going to be difficult for most men. And so you're basically chasing your tail. So the free agent lifestyle is to get you to put yourself on a path to not segregate yourself from women, which I have to point out to a lot of guys. People thought I was just saying, get away from women. No, you fix your life first, and then the women are a byproduct of this new life that you created for yourself.
A lot of these modern women have to make the first move and they hate it. It's not a very good experience for them. A lot of these modern women grew up thinking that men are supposed to do all that. And men usually did. They usually did. But men stopped doing that. So now you have to put yourself out there. You have to risk rejection. You got to initiate. And now you're realizing, oh shoot, maybe it's not that easy. Men just made it look that way. Maybe, just maybe, now that I'm approaching, there were some things that I did and some ways that I acted that were completely out of line. Maybe men were doing the right thing, but because I had some bad sushi that night, I acted out of character and I tried to clown him because my stomach was hurting. My bad.
If you're able to recognize the amazing things that come along with a man like this, but you're unable or unwilling to give him the things that he needs, you do not deserve that type of man. Because that is a man that will care about you more than anyone else has except for your parents. That is a man that will never play games. That is a man that is straightforward with you. He will tell you what he thinks. That is a man that is all in, and he will easily fall in love with you, even when you're not fully reciprocating everything that he's doing for you. And because of that, yeah, that man is likely to overthink things. So the greatest gift that you can give a man like this is to reassure him. Reassure him that he is what you want. Reassure him that he's doing everything that he should be doing in a relationship. Reassure him of your wants and needs. Reassure him that you would tell him if something was wrong. Because the bottom line is that he just doesn't know what to expect out of a relationship, and he needs that reassurance. It's not that hard. If you can't do that, you don't deserve him.
Girls want to be approached at the bar. It's 2025, let's get back to the scheduled program of approaching girls at the bar, especially if they're looking at you or smiling at you. That's why we're there. That's why y'all are there, right? As a girl, the second you walk into the bar, you're scoping it out. I'm at the bar because I want to be social. I want to talk to people. I do want to be approached. If I make a little bit of eye contact with you, I'm not standing there like this with if I'm at a table like this talking with my friends, don't approach me. But if I'm standing up at the bar, I just have my one friend that I'm talking to, please come make a move. Literally, especially if I'm looking at you. If I, it's the easiest in. Also, I think guys need to get rid of this mindset of that, like, oh, the girl's like standing next to me at the bar and she's talking to me at the bar. She wants me to buy her a drink. No, I actually don't care about the drink. That's just me trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Me trying to be in your area when you're not around your friends. Yes, that's not a thing.
I'm gonna be honest, ma'am. This is a whole mess. You divorced your ex, and what, you think you're just gonna pick another one? Why would anybody want to deal with you? How about that?
Let's see, I'm intelligent, I'm motivated, I have my own business, I maintain my own lifestyle. What? I'm not understanding the full scope of your question.
Well, see, that's the problem now, ain't it? You just described yourself as a man. God damn! See, you gotta understand what the men want. Nothing you said in there was anywhere close to being feminine, beautiful, inspirational, caring, loving. The way you're talking, it almost sounds like a dude. You better go back to your husband. That's all you got. What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, no, it's done. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye. Wow.
Let's take a look at a couple of things. It's easy to avoid. Do normal things, don't make enemies, and don't get intoxicated. It ain't hard. No, those are some of the best examples that I have seen to date of passive-aggressive victim blaming. And it's a really sad commentary on society at this point in history that there are individuals that still think in this manner, that seemingly believe that that unfortunate act is in any way somehow the fault of the victim. But something to take into consideration, it's not just women that deal with that. Men also have suffered through that. And I wonder, would one be saying the same thing to the male victims of that unfortunate act? Or would that be a different conversation? But something to think about. Perhaps do a little bit more research into what the true motivations of that act are before stating such things so publicly on the internet.
She says no, sorry, I'm not interested. What's the worst case scenario at that point? What happens? What happens? Do you shrink an inch? Do you lose? Like, does your hairline recede an inch? Does money like fall out of your bank account? What happens? Please. So I have minus 1,000 aura. No, that's not a thing. The aura is lost, okay? And if she says yes, how much aura is gained? Please. You'd rather hold your dignity? You ain't holding no lady in your bed because you scared you holding your dignity. Because you ain't getting no play. If you not approaching nobody, just say have a nice day with a smile and walk off. Thank you, Sancho. Yes. Exactly.
Just accept it. You're never gonna get a real apology out of a woman. Like, not ever. Most of the time that most women say sorry, it's because they need something from you or they're gonna benefit from you in some way, so they need to apologize for themselves. They're not thinking about your feelings. They don't give a about your feelings. They're thinking like, oh, I need to apologize because I need him to take me here, or I need him to go do this, or I need him to pay for that. Or what they'll do and what they have learned because of their fathers is sometimes they'll come in and not even say a word. They might look at you with like puppy dog eyes and hug you and come in for a kiss and make you feel good, but they never acknowledge their behavior or say sorry, and it works because it worked with their fathers. It's just another prime example of how so many women would rather want father figures than partnership. And the most common way that most women fake their apologies is that they're going to use their bodies to get their way. They are going to finally initiate some kind of intimacy with you to make you forget everything that she ever did wrong. And the part about it is sometimes she'll give you the silent treatment on purpose, knowing it's her fault. Like literally, she'll spend days at a time not talking to you to where you feel like it's your fault and you're being gaslit, so you end up apologizing for some that she did. Most of the time, women are never going to apologize to you, and if they apologize, it's not genuine. So as soon as you just accept this fact, just know that you're being gaslit. It's not always your fault. And more than likely, she's only apologizing to feed her own pride and ego. Okay, bye.
You know, a lot of these women used to get, and women in general used to be able to get a man just by giving him attention, a smile, a look. You might flirt a little bit with them, and the man would come running. Hey, how you doing? I saw you from across the bar. And that was the choosing signals. Pretty easy, but it doesn't work anymore. Why not? Because men aren't desperate like that. They're not thirsty like that anymore. You can smile at a man all day nowadays. Smile at a man all day, and he just keep on walking. He just nod, hey, how you doing? Keep on walking. Men don't move like they used to because y'all have a bad attitude. Y'all's energy is bad. Y'all be acting crazy. A man trying to give you a little bit of attention, a little bit of his day, and you completely just really mishandle that. Modern women talk about, I want a man that's emotionally vulnerable. We can't even get to the emotionally vulnerable part because you're not a good person.
When you say I don't chase women, my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man. Probably aren't even into women, you're probably into men.
There's this saying passed down to generations of men. You will lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money. Now, I prefer to say success, right? You never lose women chasing success, which is true. And so what men have learned today is that the best way to get the kind of woman he wants isn't to try and chase her down as hard as he can when he doesn't necessarily have anything. It's actually to invest in himself to become the kind of man that she already desires, right? Where he naturally attracts that woman. That's what men are doing. Now, for the men who do, i.e. high quality men who are successful, who have their stuff together, they're not going to chase women because they attract women naturally, right? They are the kind of man that many women already desire. So to expect him to pursue you like the average man would is just unrealistic. It's not going to happen. However, if you pique his interest, he will invest in the beginning to get to know you. That's where you have the chance to inspire his pursuit. Now, if you're thinking, okay, how can I inspire this kind of man's pursuit in me? Then comment pursuit below and I will send you the link that shows you exactly how to do this.
Wives, if you haven't done, you know what, with your husband in a long time, I'm gonna need you to pause and listen for a second. Okay. Stay with me. I'm starting at 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 3. The husband should fulfill his wife's physical needs, and the wife should fulfill her husband's needs. The wife gives authority over her body to her husband, and the husband gives authority over his body to his wife. Do not deprive each other of physical relations unless you both agree to refrain from physical intimacy for a limited time, so you can give yourselves more completely to prayer. Afterward, you should come together again so that Satan won't be able to tempt you because of your lack of self-control. Here's the thing that nobody wants to say about this. When you get into a pattern of not being intimate with your spouse, you are not just suddenly going to want it again. And it's not always a lack of desire. Sometimes it is a lack of selflessness. Sometimes you choose to love your spouse in a physical way, even if you are not super excited beforehand. And I can tell you, I have never once regretted loving my husband in that way. In fact, it usually makes me want to more because it brings that connection back. You've got to be willing to break the dry cycle, because once you break it, the desire and the excitement starts to come back too.
Come with me to win back a man. I'm about to throw up saying that, but I feel like this is worth getting canceled over by all the girlies, but you know what?
The psychosis is so real that young lady couldn't even do something like say, I'm gonna try to get back the guy I want without feeling like she needed to also gag from saying it. That's kind of sad. Even as she's trying to do something that she feels is the best move for her and trying to get the person she wants, she is so programmed by social media that she's worried about the backlash from the girlies for literally just doing things for the person she wants to pursue. Do you see how deep the programming actually is? Good for her for trying to just do what feels right for her. But it is also appalling that she felt the need to mention how it would be perceived by the internet. One, because you just don't have to post it for the internet. So that's the easiest way to prevent that from happening. But also the fact that the collective parasocial relationships with random people online and the overarching attitudes are just some weird groupthink. What the This is insane. The parasocial requirements people have based off of other random people on the internet. This is the same shit I have a problem with for the running community right now and everything else. Y'all, be your own person. God, man, good for her, but that's crazy.
I was in a relationship for 10 years.
Okay.
With my son's father, and he was 10 years older than me at the time. And basically, I wasn't ready at the time to be in a relationship.
You weren't ready to be in marriage or relationship?
Well, marriage. And so I cheated a lot in the beginning. Okay. And then I ended up leaving him after the 10 years because he cheated once and I couldn't get over it. And I haven't been able to get a solid relationship since then. And I don't know.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 2. I had a child after I left him.
So you had a child with him and then a child after him?
Yes. The child after him was like a revenge thing. I was upset. Yeah. Okay, well. And I had a child by his cousin.
What? Oh, Jesus.
My question is, I'm trying not to be salty towards all men.
Why should you be salty? I mean, ma'am, no disrespect, but what you just said is you told a story where you were a young woman dealing with a man who had you, and for 10 years, you were around. He cheats one time.
No, not the whole 10 years.
Doesn't matter. 10 years, 3 years, and 5 years, you were cheating a lot.
Yeah.
He cheats one time, then you decide to get salty and leave. Then you leave, and then on the way out, you screw his cousin and have a baby with him.
But it's not like his blood.
And I'm just getting the story right, ma'am. And now you're trying to figure out how not to get salty with men. That's basically what you said. The facts are right.
The facts are right, yeah.
Okay, then why should you even be in a relationship with anybody?
I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. I need to just work on myself right now.
You know, modern women, if they don't start playing their cards right, they're never going to live this down. This bad behavior, this incessantly acting stupid for no apparent reason, and kikiing and ha, it's so funny. You're never going to live this down. You don't want to be acting like this when you get about 35, 40 years old. You don't really want to be acting like this when you get 30. Honestly, when you're approaching 27, 28, you don't want to be acting like this. Please, you're approaching your prime. Stop doing that. You know, like in the NBA and the NFL, well, it's stretching out a little bit more because of science and all these things. So that's fantastic. But, you know, back in the day, you know, you're probably in your prime when you're 26, 27 years old, 28 years old, you're in your prime in these professional sports. And then once you get 30, they're saying it's going downhill and stuff like that, right? Modern women are reaching their peak and wasting their time. They're acting stupid in their peak. It'd be the equivalent of Antonio Brown out there just acting a fool when, well, you know, Antonio Brown might have some other stuff that's going on with him. So to be fair, but in general, modern women, they reach their peak, and instead of going off in another 3 or 4 seasons and breaking records, securing their spot in the Hall of Fame, they start acting stupid. And men are like, oh no, we don't want you on our team. So you don't have the opportunities to rack up the points or rack up the yardage anymore because nobody wants you. So you effectively can't play in the pros anymore because you were acting stupid and you have a bad attitude. There's been plenty of players that have been passed on, projected high, but because of their attitude, because they were considered a cancer in the locker room, they were passed on. There's even been pros that have come back later on and said, you know, I wish I wouldn't have done some of the things that I did. I wish I wouldn't have said some of the things that I said. I regret that. I know now exactly. That's what modern women are going to start doing.
This particular day and age, women don't like confidence. Really? No, not in a guy. That just gives off too much alpha. Because the confidence means you can't trick me. If I bring off the energy that you can't trick me and you can't run the manipulation game on me, she's going to find another guy that she feels can. That's the difference. So if you're a real man and you got that confidence and you're going to fight through the adversity, she may like the core of you, but she wants to change that. She wants to mold you into what she feels comfortable, which is someone beneath her.
I've been saying this for many years now. Certain women out there, they're not gonna with guys who have that ironclad confidence, the men who are self-possessed, because they know they can't take advantage of you, they can't manipulate you. They're gonna go for the beta male berry pickers, the beta male barnacles, the ones that are an easy target, the ones that are easy prey. I can't tell you how many women rejected me when they knew I wasn't insecure. They knew they couldn't get underneath my skin. This is a dude who has massive confidence and who is very secure within himself. I can't take advantage of this guy, so they will reject me. They are not interested in dealing with guys like myself because of their insecurities. They know they can't take advantage of me and all those other thoroughbred guys that are built like me, fellas. Certain women will ghost you. They will reject you because they know you'll put them in their place. You're not going to tolerate disrespect. They know that you don't have any insecurities. They can't pick at you. They want the guy who is a weak and easy target because that's what these women do. They go after easy targets. They are bottom feeders. So if you're at the bottom of the ocean or in the bottom of the river, they're gonna go for weak, insecure guys like the barnacles, the beta male barnacles.
A Christian man cussed me out this morning, and this is a man that I've been talking to, so a little bit of a backstory. We've been talking for about 2 months, and it's been very, very good. I love moving slow. 2 months is not very long to me. And we have progressed, right? Like, we've gotten to some disagreements. We've gotten over them in a mature way. We've had some conversations, phone conversations, FaceTime conversations, and the phone conversations, like a couple times we've talked for a long time. One time we almost talked for like 3 hours. We have so much in common, like even down to our childhood trauma, you know, so many things in common, even our futures, you know, like he's wanting to open a gym. I'm on my fitness journey. I was an athlete my whole life. So my final form is going to be an athletic lifestyle, right? So I was like, oh my God, I believe in this. And he wants to do it for the Black community. I believe in it. And so this morning we were just having a conversation, and he was trying to tell me that, you know, my mindset is, you know, he didn't really just agree with my mindset, which I'm willing to make changes on myself because sometimes people can see you better than you can see yourself. So I was willing to take his advice, but I told him, you know, give me the scriptures to where that back up what you're saying. And he had them. So instantly I'm getting even more turned on because I'm like, woo, this sending me scriptures. And I was looking at the scriptures. I was like, oh, this know what he's talking about. And so I was like, okay. So then the conversation keeps going, and now he says some things that I disagree with. He was saying some things about how he has like non-believer friends, atheist friends. Because I asked him, I was like, who do you get your, you know, spiritual advice from? Like, who do you talk about scripture with? And he starts to mention, he never says anything about Christians. And so I was telling him that, you know, I was showing him scriptures that I'm not saying that you have to cut off your friends, but I'm saying that you do need to add some Christians into your spiritual circle, you know, because he has a limited mindset. He's also very smart. He doesn't have a degree, but he's also very smart. So I'm presuming that he's one of the smartest in his, you know, groups that he's in. Nothing wrong with that, but sometimes men like that don't know how to take direction from a woman. they really don't know how to take direction at all. They kind of have to fall and bump their head and figure it out that way. But anyway, I was like still calm, talking to him, trying to get through to him. But then he said something like, what the f*** you talking about, or something. And I believe if you're gonna cuss at me over text, you'll cuss at me in real life. And if you cuss at me in real life, I just don't know what I'll do. And I don't want to pass away because I know a man, and he's strong, he's buff as f***. He can knock me out and I would pass away. That's why I like his strong, you know? But anyway, so I was like, anyway, I believe that if you'll cuss me out over text, then you'll cuss me out in real life, and that could lead to something crazy. So I'm like, don't talk to me like that. Like, don't ever in your life fix your mouth to talk to me like that ever again. And then he like blew it off. He was like, girl, please. I was like, oh, okay, do it again. This nigga's next message was, he said, get the out of here with that. Now, it doesn't sound like much, but for me, someone who grew up in a verbally abusive household, I've been in a verbally abusive relationship, emotionally, physically relationships, I do not tolerate that at 33. I've already tolerated it, and it doesn't end well for me. So I have to stay far away from that. And so I read the message because I keep my read receipts on, and I blocked him. And I instantly started crying because I just almost couldn't believe it. But then I did start thanking God as well, because it's so funny. Last night I was like, God don't hear my removal prayers. That's exactly what I said. And boom, the next day, God said, I'm going to show you something. So I know that it's going to take me some time to heal from that, because when I tell you he had the potential to be my husband, this man had the potential to be my husband. The potential. He was checking off all the boxes. And I'm talking about fine to me. I'm fine to him. Smart. Our goals are in alignment. He's a Christian. He's a decent father. He seemed like he was taking my direction and I was taking his. And then for him to throw it all away by talking to me after I told you that I don't want you to cross that boundary, I'm just like, no. And I didn't give him no heads up or nothing. The heads up was, don't talk to me like that ever again. That was the heads up. So I calmly blocked him, and I'm done with him. I'm done. I can't allow people like that in my space.
A lot of these modern women have a problem with the way men conduct themselves. Well, a man doesn't yearn anymore. He doesn't beg. He doesn't pine over women. He doesn't pine over women. He don't stay up at night thinking about me. Just his whole night thinking about me, just longing for me, being romantic. Why? Why would he do that? You don't like him. If a man were to tell you that, like men have in the past, and he's not 6 foot tall, he's not attractive to you and all that other stuff, like you said, well, man, just tell me how you feel. And a man tells you how he feels. Well, I don't want that from you. Well, how is he supposed to know that? Read the room. What room? What is he reading? Because what he's reading right now would say, oh, she might be interested in me. And so now, after, 2 months, maybe it might be time for me to tell her or mention to her, hey, I really kind of like you. I really do kind of think about you a lot. But nowadays, it's taboo to say stuff like that, because all of a sudden, he's a stalker. All of a sudden, he's been watching you, and I don't feel safe. And I'm going to tell the internet I don't feel safe. Modern women be out here lying. I think I read in one comment where the woman said, modern women don't throw out the word creepy. Yes, they do. Well, you really got to be a creep. No, you don't. It's got to be how she perceives. That's going to determine if you're a creep or not. There was a man being friendly, just being a neighbor. Hey, your dogs are cute. Hey, you're from the 4th floor, huh? Oh, yeah, man, I seen you around. You see me around? What does that mean? That means I see you walking in the building. Stupid. That's what that means. I see you around like a normal person, like I would say to a dude in the gym, or if I lived in the same person. My wife says that to me all the time. Oh, that's so-and-so. She lives in our community. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, but you did, because I see you around. Y'all be making it seem like men are weird with the things that they say to you. That's why they don't long for you no more. That's why they don't pine after you. That's why they don't yearn for you no more. Because everything that a man does is seen as creepy and weird. When a lot of times these men are just noticing their surroundings.